You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Pam. I'm a professional organizer, and on my channel I like to share all of my organizing tips, tricks, and strategies to hopefully help you gain a little more organization around your home. Now in today's video we are going to be reacting to organizing photos that I found online. And actually I was tagged on a Facebook post by a friend who found this. I will leave the link to that post.
That's what they're called.
Thanks. I will leave a link to that post in the description box below. Go check it out. Emily, my daughter here, has been primarily behind the camera, but she has been helping me organize people's homes for the past, 5 years?
6 about.
Whoa. I've been putting her to work. Anyway, she is an organizing guru as well. And after 6 years of organizing with me, I think we kind of, when we get on a job, we don't even have to talk to one another. We just kind of go at it.
We share the same brain.
I molded her from birth on how to organize. So anyway, I thought it would be fun to take Emily from behind the camera and put her in front of the camera, because she's always teasing me about how flustered I get when the record button gets hit. And if you knew how many takes it took me just to get the intro done on this video, you'd have a lot of sympathy for what she has to go through.
We'll include it at the end.
You won't.
I'm editing this.
Okay, so why don't we just go ahead and get started, okay?
Let's.
All right. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I could definitely use that.
Question though.
Yes.
Are these separated? I'm
You
assuming
mean
because of
the
the
hood?
handles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can
So
push the top part back. It would be really disastrous if you mixed up the cans below. I've always had a fear. I love this setup. I've seen it before with the holes that you can just kind of scoop the cuttings off that you're not going to use, and it goes right into the scraps. And I've always actually had a fear that I would accidentally dump the good stuff and leave all the scraps. That would be so mean.
That would be.
Thanks. You don't have to agree. But that's kind of a cool setup. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That keeps, that keeps your counters clear.
Do you just wash it then, I'm assuming? Or is it
Yeah.
removable?
I don't know. I think actually if it's wood, you would have to, wash it very carefully, and I wouldn't cut meat or anything on that. I would leave it to just vegetables maybe.
Yeah.
Unless you can really disinfect it well.
Or just take it out. If it's removable, then it's...
Put it in the dishwasher. We put everything in the dishwasher. Put it in the dishwasher. That'll
Fixes
sterilize
everything.
Okay, let's check the next one.
Okay. Next one.
What is that one? Oh,
It's a staircase. Here, I'll
yeah.
zoom in.
Yeah, please. I don't have my reading glasses on. Oh, that's kind of cool.
It is.
I kind of like that.
And I can access it off of the side. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I've seen the drawers,
Yeah.
but I've often thought if you use the drawers under the steps, you have to actually go up the steps to get into the top ones. And this one you wouldn't have to. You could just kind of stand. But then again, what about a railing on the side? I'd go up the steps and I'd fall off the side if I wasn't watching where I was going.
I mean, for shoes, that would be useful.
And I
Shoes
wish,
boots.
yeah,
Or
there.
like the once a year type of footwear.
Yeah. Yeah, and that way you could keep your closets clean and clear, and also the doorway. One thing I really hate, but I haven't figured out a way around it, it's so essential to have like a launching or a landing station. That's somewhere you put near a door that you enter in, and you can drop all of your stuff, your shoes, your coats, and everything. We have one by our front door, but
Insert picture here.
insert picture. No, we have one of those by our front door, but the thing is, I always think it looks a little bit cluttered. I mean, it's efficient, it's organized because it's efficient, and it helps keep clutter from forming around the rest of the house. But something like that, it would be all tucked away. You wouldn't have to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that. I'd be afraid of falling, like tripping on it if it somehow opened in the night and I'd tumble. Are these even stable? Because they don't even look like. Do they have support underneath there? I
don't know. I want the railing on the side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I think there's a wall. I think I saw this before somewhere.
Yeah.
There's like a tiny little wall sticking out here, so it's like the first 3 steps aren't.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Doesn't
that's
have a
okay.
ramp.
I can fall 3 steps and not hurt myself too badly.
Okay. Next photo.
Next photo.
Drink break.
Drink break. Now, I see something right off the bat that's very deceiving. And let me guess.
The depth.
Yep. The depth of these drawers. It's misleading thinking you got double the storage. But in actuality, those are very shallow.
I mean, they'd be great for like stove mitten heat protector things. The towels to clean the stuff.
Towels.
Things that you don't usually need a lot of space for, I think. But dishes, I don't think. Unless you didn't have cabinets up above.
Yeah. And how many of those small, shallow items do you really have to warrant, what is that, 6 drawers?
Because you can't even, I mean, the bottom right one, you can only see there's 2 plates. So it's like whoop-de-doo. You know, what else can you fit in there?
Yeah, that's true. This is, one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is because we see so many of these beautiful organized photos online. And a lot of them can be deceiving. At first glance, it looks like, oh my gosh, you're getting double the storage here. And just the first thing you said, the depth is off. These drawers are like this deep. What are you going to be able to actually store in it? If you get one of those noodle scoops with the claws, that might be too deep for even one of those drawers. It would probably just be for dish towels, hot pad holders, napkin rings.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of looks like.
What is that?
No
A
idea.
little bowl in the bottom left one?
It kind of looks like they were just trying to put in colorful things to make
show.
Again, they were staging it a lot. You got to remember, organized photos online are staged. Everybody does it. They want to show these beautiful pictures, but it leads people to feel like their stuff isn't good enough then. Just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it's organized, okay? Organization sometimes can look a little bit messy, but if you know where to find your items,
that's what counts.
Yeah, if you can find them really fast and fast and easy to use and to maintain, that's organization. This to me just screams it's a tidy picture but not organized.
If it works for you. It's like other people aren't living in your house, you are. So you need to know where things are.
That's very true. Good point. Very good point.
Next photo.
Now see, I can relate to this.
Yeah.
For any height challenged person, I am 5'4", and I struggle past, the second shelf I'm up on my tiptoes to try to get. So something like this that pulls out and down. Oh, I would love that.
You and Christy would thrive on this.
Christy's my good friend and trainer, and she's even shorter than I am. So I think, yes, Chris, she would love that. Yeah, that is a wonderful item. They have them, you can find those everywhere. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them on Amazon. Container Store has a really nice one. It's a little pricier, but it's really nice. It's very smooth. One thing about the Container Store items, I know they are pricey. A lot of people go, they're too expensive. However, all of their stuff just glides beautifully. There's no scraping. There's no, nothing getting stuck. It's quality stuff there. But that is beautiful. I want one of those in my kitchen.
Just want to see what's on there.
What do they have on there?
Coffee.
Oh, well, there you go. Coffee. That one looks like it is so much sturdier than a lot of them you will find online. A lot of them are just that white wire rack that pulls down. And I would imagine that's a little wiggly. That thing looks like it's just...
Yeah, it's like industrial.
Industrial strength, yeah.
Look at
Oh, those sidebars. Yeah, that would hold a lot of weight. Now here's another thing. I wonder if you're going to think about that. Some spice jars come in glass jars, and they're a lot heavier than the plastic ones. Or a lot of people like switching them out into glass containers, their seasonings. And although that's more visually appealing, it adds weight. And when you get those little wire ones that pull down, you have to take that into consideration, because here's the thing, those sidebars are being drilled, you're screwing them into the cabinet, and the underside of the cabinet is often not a really thick piece of wood. So you don't want to have a unit like that is really packed with a lot of stuff on one of those flimsier models.
Well, it's kind of like that one video you did with the fridge and magnets.
Yeah.
It's like certain things are not meant to work.
Or be chinsed on. If you are an avid cook and you have loads of seasonings and everything, and you have them in the pretty glass jars, I would go for more of an industrial thing than those little wire ones that pull down. Just my... And
one last thing, I have to applaud the people who made this and took this photo, that they even implemented the function. There's a coffee maker right under there. So it's like it's purposeful.
Good pick up. They made a station out of it. That is so important. Yes, in your kitchen. Round of applause. You want to set up your kitchen with zones, so to speak, and that would be the coffee zone.
You'd have a whole room dedicated to coffee there.
Gonna toast it. Gotta toast those coffee zones. Next photo. I need these all over my house, where you could just pull out. It's a little, I've seen these. These are where you have a little step you can literally pull out. It fits between the drawers. And oh my gosh, I could use those all over my house. I do have one worry though. What do you think?
Well, but also, it's like, even with it being a step and it, it's useful for that, it's still space that could have been used. Where you could easily have a step stool, that collapsible step stool around anywhere in the house. You could, I don't know.
That's true.
In the kitchen you don't chintz on space because you need it.
Ooh, see, I knew I had her helping me out with all my organizing needs with that. That is such a great point. In the kitchen, every centimeter counts. Have you ever had a cabinet or a drawer or some kind of shelving in it where it's just that much off that you can't get the lid of a pot, that you have to sometimes turn the lid upside down, or just not store the lid in this cabinet because you're just that much. You missed it by just that much.
Missed it by
that much. Yes. So yeah, good point.
Thank you. But I do, like, for shorter people, I can see the importance of having it, but there's also step stools that are collapsible that could be just as efficient.
Yes, I agree. And it's in one location,
and they're cheaper.
They're a whole lot cheaper. True. Oh, and you know what? What if you accidentally didn't push it in all the way and you crack your shin as you're walking by? That would be my luck.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree. She knows me so well.
Ooh.
Now that I like. That is maximizing space.
That's nice.
Under the sink is one of the hardest places to organize things. We've been in so many houses. Some just have the standard piping. Others have full-on water systems underneath it where you lose half of the cabinet under the sink, or they have a special garbage disposal that's not just one of those little canisters, it's like a monster size thing. And they just don't have anywhere to store anything like this. This would allow you to utilize the height, the little nooks up on each side of that sink.
Yeah,
that's nice.
that is.
I would love that, because I hate having the sponge and stuff. And
on the countertop and the.
Yeah.
Granted, we have a little container for it, but still.
It's
away.
there. I know. They have yet to make a sponge holder that looks pretty.
Or a sink with a little flap that you.
Yeah.
And not the thing in front of the sink that doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not a real drawer.
It's not a real. Yeah, I don't
It's
like that. Because that always loosens up over time. You have those little ones that drop down a little in front, and over time it never goes back up all the way. It leaves a little gap. So yeah, this is nice. It's almost like a full-out drawer that
just
you
move
pull
this
out.
towel when you go to push it in.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd have the towel there. You have plenty of compartments to choose from. You could do a little Marie Kondo.
Yeah, well they did right here.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right. But look at the little soap. Is that a bar of soap at the bottom?
Where?
Here. Yeah.
No, that's the sponge, I thought.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe.
Reading glasses again.
But yeah, that's
There
nice.
you go. That is really
That's
nice.
more-
I like that. See, I often think that contractors now, when you're building all of these homes, talk to organizers before you just start putting in stuff, because really so many of our organizing problems arise from the way houses are built to begin with, and they don't think about storage of anything. They just want to slap it up and go. And really little things like this. If you have a small kitchen, you don't have a lot of counter space to be putting soap and towels and sponges and, you know, things like that. But to have that underneath it,
To be its own designated area
Yes.
for sink stuff.
yeah, that's nice.
Next.
Ooh. Can you zoom in a little?
Yeah, even I'm having trouble.
That's nice.
Ooh, look at the charging station. Little
Oh.
pens. I like that they put a whiteboard kind of magnetized thing that they could stick things and it won't get caught on the whatchamacallit, the shelf. Like
Yes.
I too often see too often. Talking backwards.
It's our dyslexia. Both of us are dyslexic, so if we talk backwards, just run the tape backwards.
Well, make perfect sense.
You know what? So many people's kitchens are off of their garage. You know, like an entryway comes from the garage, and that's often how all the mail gets dropped on a kitchen counter, and things clutter up in the kitchen because it's usually right off of some type of entry, and usually off of the garage. And to have this set up where you could literally come through the door, women could leave their purses, guys could, you know, we could all put our phones and charge them up. You could leave everything you need right in that little compartment alongside. Is that the refrigerator? The side of the
I
refrigerator?
think so. They have so many like fridges that are behind doors now. Like
Yeah.
cabinet
It
doors.
could be a pantry behind that or something, but to have a little nook, that, you know, like I said earlier, those landing and launching stations that are so essential for organization of a family coming in and leaving the house, to have something built in, ooh, I think
That's nice.
that's kind of a neat little thing there.
Yeah.
And is that can I see the bottom a little bit? Let me see the
Little
bottom.
basket for mail.
Little basket for mail. You could leave. You could have. Now, I always say don't let junk mail even into the house. I say leave it in the recycle bin outside in the garage. But
Set this up as a mail station instead of
You
like a
could.
person leash and key thing. You can have 4 filing things or however many people there are right in this little door.
yeah, you
You
could
know.
have more. You could have more shelves,
Yeah, true.
and you know you could have a little basket, like you're saying, either hanging on the door, right, like you said.
No, I was saying like against here, like
Oh,
erase this and erase the person stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, have filing cabinets like stuck to the back here for each person, you know, individual.
To
and then a
divide their
basket
mail up.
For, yeah,
The mail sorting, and then leave the basket for like magazines.
yeah,
And stuff.
maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would be really nice. That would help. I'm sure that would help a lot of people's countertops. But that's kind of neat. I like that.
That is my one photography comment though.
Oh, what did they do?
Why the heck is that stool there? I know for like balancing out the photo, but this stool has no purpose.
Okay, turn off your cinematographer, photographer.
Why is that stool there?
next photo.
Yep. Ooh, bread.
Wait a minute though.
I'm hungry.
Okay, I love the different sections. Can you zoom in a little bit for me?
Why is the bread outside? Like,
well,
it's gonna get dry.
it's gonna get dry. I know though, fresh bread like that, a lot of people would store it. My question is, you know, when in organizing, we always say group like items together. You've got your dishes
and are those noodles?
and then bread.
And are those noodles?
I think so.
Those
Yeah.
little shell.
So you got your starches there, but then it looked like what's in front of that? Are those
Little jars of stuff.
seasoning? Maybe like Parmesan or something like
Is
that.
it real?
I don't have my reading glasses
Jam?
on, so
I don't know.
jam. Here's the thing: if you look at the overall picture, the first thing I have to ask is why? Why are you putting dishes near all the food like
and it
that?
looks pretty, but it doesn't have any purpose.
Exactly. I mean, is that your only pantry? You know, so you're gonna put all your items in there?
In one of those like studio apartments.
What's above it? Is that the stove?
I think so.
Yeah, so if there's a stove right above, why would you have, you know, you're going to get heat off of that. I've seen islands like this that have the stove top on it, and then, but again, I would keep your food away from that area. If you were to have a pot of boiling water boil over, it would probably seep right into that drawer and ruin all your food. But again, if you, well, here's another thing, is if you got the stove right above it, why aren't pots and pans there?
Yeah.
Why put food there? So again, like you said, visually you got a lot of color, it shows a lot of little compartments, which don't be fooled by compartments. Sometimes you can over compartmentalize. Okay, I kind of like it.
Looks pretty again.
Yeah, but what family eats that many potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now, if someone has their own cooking business, maybe that would be something. I just, that many lemons.
And the oranges, and the apples and everything else, they get so, I know they put a small lining on the potatoes, but the thing is they're gonna get bruised a lot faster, everything else, because they didn't cover it. Yeah, they're wires.
I would cover it so you wouldn't get those grooves with the wires. Yeah,
And then it's just gonna ooze down into each level.
Well, yeah, and I have to say though, I like it for efficiency, and I would think that if you did a whole lot of cooking, or if you had a really big family, that you would rotate these items very quickly. Maybe, but I think it's more of a mess. It doesn't look like it has a door on that, so I don't know if I'd want the food all exposed. If you have a dog, you know, it's like bon appetit.
Yeah.
The dog's going to get sicker than a dog. If you don't have that closed up. A first impression, it looks, you know, kind of awesome, and like you said, very colorful. Practical?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna eat those in one day. But
Well, I just envision, you know, so many people have dogs or
Yeah.
cats for that matter, and can you just see them going at it
Yeah.
and getting sick from a lot of that? So anyway, I don't know. That one's not my favorite.
yeah, not for us.
Not for us.
Maybe for you, but
Everybody's different. If that would work for you, I say have at it.
not everyone thinks the same.
Not everyone thinks the same. No, you're right. And not everybody's life is the same. So if that works for you, oh my gosh, I would support it 100%.
Go for it. An iPad.
Ooh.
For those addicted to Netflix.
Yeah. That's good. I would worry about my iPad being so close to the stove.
And the steam and the grease
And the
splashing
steam
on
and the grease. Yeah. I think this is a brilliant idea, just the location isn't too wise. I get that you'd probably like get a recipe and you'd keep it on your iPad and you'd be working on it like that. But knowing how steam and grease can...
The fact that it can get up on the top of your cabinets in the kitchen, that's not safe there.
You want some distance. I would almost say if you had a kitchen that you wanted to have something like this, set up a mixing zone of some sort away from the stove, where your iPad would be a little safer from the elements.
Or have a clear cabinet where you close it in.
Yeah.
So it's safe and away from
I don't know. I just don't think that's a safe place, but I think it's a wonderful idea because, like I said, more and more people are using iPads. You know,
if there was just some kind of cover for it, like
recipes.
a clear.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They should have just a clear piece of acrylic that goes down over it to protect it. I mean, if you're going to that expense. No, it's a nice idea. It's a nice idea.
Yeah,
just the location I have a problem with. What do you think?
I think so.
I mean, you're a Netflix.
I am not.
Addict. Netflix addict.
YouTube, thank you. No.
Oh, sorry. YouTube addict.
Kidding. I have a life. I know.
None of us do anymore. 2020 took any semblance of doing anything but binge watching Netflix away. Okay.
Was that that was the last one.
That's the last one. Okay. Well, there you go. Those are some organizing photos you could find online. Always look at it with a critical eye, because what seems very pretty and very appealing can have some elements that may not work so well for you.
Agreed. That's my contribution to the outro. Bye. No, I'm kidding.
So I hope you enjoyed this video with us. If you did, please let us know by leaving us a like. And if you have any organizing photos that you've come across or an organizing video that you'd like to see us react to, leave the link in the comments below. We'd love to check them out. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.
What was that brown for?
You can look at, just make it natural, okay?
Natural?
Natural. Now in today's video, we are going to be reacting to organizing
photos that you found online.
Now in today's video, we are going to be reacting to organizing photos that are found online.
She found online. I haven't seen it, she has, and that's what this video is about.
Okay, shut up.
Easy. Well, if you rewind 5 minutes, now you know why.
If you know how many takes it took just to get it. Are you quite done?
The hacker's backing up. The adult juices.
This video, why don't you check out one of these over here? And don't forget, the links to my socials are found below.